camps serve children with conditions and encourage leadership and provide respite for families and opportunities for other children to learn about conditions.
It's a little one. Come on. Don't step on it.
I think that everything here is perfect. It's really fun, and I'm meeting all sorts of new people and making lots of new friends, and all the activities are really great.
How long have you been here?
Since Sunday.
Do you have a good time?
Yeah. We've been here since Saturday.
Me too. Saturday.
First time at the camps?
My sixth year.
My first year.
What have you gotten to do?
Pranks.
Yeah, pranks.
And we're doing one tomorrow night.
What kind of prank?
Maybe we're gonna ram rack the girls' mattresses and flip it upside down.
Being at a camp where all the people there have NF makes me feel more comfortable and relaxed, because I know that if I slip about something, they'll understand what it meant.
Play ball!
Bam!
Yeah! That's it!
Neurofibromatosis is a genetic disorder that basically causes the overgrowth of a bunch of benign tumors in various parts of the body, primarily in areas of the nervous system, so in the brain and the spinal cord and the nerves to the arms and the legs. But it can also cause a whole host of other issues.
I first learned about NF when I was about 5 years old. I had to go to a doctor's appointment, and I had an MRI, which they found a tumor behind my iris.
When Alana was 6, we were out at the pool, and when we came in to change, she had said, you know, Mommy, I want to show you a bump on my leg. And that was the first time, as soon as I saw the bump, that I thought, okay, we need to go see a doctor.
So this camp is really unique in that it lets these kids who, at home, in their normal environment and at school, are never looked at as the normal kids. Here, they are the normal kids, and they're allowed to be the normal kids, and they're allowed to do all the things that a normal kid would do, and in an environment where they can just be, and we're not focusing on their illness. We're not focusing on why they're different. We're just letting them be who they are.
Thumbs up! Thumbs up! Elbows in! Elbows in! Chest down! Chest down! Buns back! Buns back! Legs apart! Legs apart! Toes in! Toes in! Knees together! Head back! Head back! Tongue out! Tongue out!
I think the camps are incredibly powerful, not just from the point of view of what I've seen from the research, but from the experiences and the kids growing over the years. Kids who have been campers, who are now counselors in training or counselors, and have stayed with it, and it's changed their lives.
Something that's like nobody looks at each other differently. They all look at us as the same, you know, or they're just like everybody else.
How do you take what you got from camp? How do you take it home?
Become more of an advocate for people who not necessarily have NF, but are just people who can't stand up for themselves.
They gain a level of an awareness that they wouldn't gain in other ways and other opportunities in their life. The honesty is tremendous.
I've grown emotionally. I used to be so shy and not talk to anyone. When I was 6, I used to be so ashamed of how I looked. And up until I started coming to this camp, if I noticed someone was staring at me, I would hide my face with my covering with my hair, just look down on the ground. I would always hate it, but then I started coming here. I was so good about myself, and I know that there are other people who are like me, and they're so amazing here.
I've seen that the camps have more power than any individual therapy or group therapy I've ever done in my life.
When you go out into the world, every one of you is going to make a difference, because you've not only made a difference for all these kids, you've made a difference for each other. You keep in touch with each other all year round. But you're going to be the leaders of the world. And we're going to be watching. All right. Thank you.
This is the best camp ever! I heard that!
Hey, Mom. Going to the camps, it helped the family and Alana to be able to talk about having NF.
I would think I was the only one in the world with NF, and then my doctor told me about this camp, and I came to it, and I love it here because you meet a bunch of really great people, and all the kids are really great.
So I was so nervous dropping her off, and when I picked her up, and she was just telling me what an amazing week it had been. I don't think it affected her socially because she had that already, but she was so open about having NF and the different things that they had talked about that it really changed how we all accepted it better.
Other kids with NF, I think they should definitely come to this camp because they can just feel really comfortable and they don't have to talk about their NF, but if they want to, everyone there will understand.
So from starting with one camper, things just continue to grow. And that's how I envision Brainy Camps.
People with NF are just the same. Even if they're slower at some things or have difficulty with some things, they're still just the same as other people.
We really didn't discover Brainy Camps. Brainy Camps discovered us.